Good to have you in on a Friday. It's Recognize Maine here on RecognizeRap.com. In this episode, we got special guest LocalKing, the young rap artist from Portland. He'll be joining the show, as well as Dougli, the video journalist from Portland, who does the Rafiki Talk podcast. He also shoots music videos. Excited to have those two guys on the show. Plus, got a brand new verse from Gatsby Gambino. We haven't heard from him in months. Of course, right now he's locked up at the Cumberland County Jail. But hey, that's all coming up here on Recognize Maine. But first, gotta welcome Dougli to the show. So you actually had me on your Rafiki Talk podcast not too long ago. And I remember we were talking and you told me how being a journalist is sort of difficult for you. You know, you think you're really comfortable as a cameraman, you know, good with a camera. But as far as asking questions, you told me how you struggle a little bit with that. So what makes being a journalist difficult?
I feel like sometimes when you try to ask a short and the straight questions, you know, sometimes like you can't cross yourself well, you know what I mean? And for me, it kind of something that I never really grow. You know, I was focused, like I said, I was focused more in a videographer, like, you know, pictures and all that kind of stuff. I'm always kind of like a behind the camera than interview person or become, like just I switch around, now I end up finding myself sitting in front of the camera. So for me, it was a little bit uncomfortable, but I kind of really like it challenging, and I just start to learn. Basically, that was what I tried to tell you last time we talked.
So how would you say you've improved from the last time we talked?
You know, I took your advice, man. You know what I mean? I really kind of like a practice, and I've been watching so many styles that I like on the YouTube. You know, I have like some favorite guys on the YouTube. I like how they approach the guest or the audience or their question themselves. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I've been really, you know, watch those guys on YouTube. I'm kind of learning. I'm still in the process learning, and I feel like I'm getting better so far, you know?
Hey, well, just keep practicing, you know, and, you know, maybe someday you'll be as famous as the guys you watch on YouTube.
As you know? I want to get to a level, man, you know?
Well, thanks so much. I appreciate that for sure. Okay, so you've interviewed Desmo, you've interviewed Dre Armani. Who are some other local artists from Maine who you want to talk to?
Man, everybody really like, you know, like you see your style, you're more like underground, but a little bit almost people who are the hitting like a mainstream, you know? For me, I really connect with local, any type of like artist or anybody who have something going on in the community. For me, that's people that I'm interested in. It can be really not famous, anybody really, you know what I'm saying? And as who I want to interview, anybody really, anybody who have like something to share, some story to share. I'm always love to sit and share with those people like their stories, their experience, their hustle, you know, because I respect all that, you know. I feel like on my side too, they kind of inspire me to keep going and they keep like connected with the people. So for me, really, anybody who has anything going on, I just appreciate to spend time with those people.
Yeah, like you said, you know, not only do you talk to musical artists, but people who are just making a difference in the Portland community, you know, African immigrants or young recent college grads, anyone making a difference. So what have you learned about Portland's diversity since you started the podcast?
Definitely, man. It's I always see it on the street, you know what I mean, or where I work, but that crossed my mind. I just want to know all those diversity that I saw on the street, like how they experience Portland and this kind of like a, you know, this kind of northeast like a side of that. Sometimes the diversity is not something that it's visual, you know what I mean? It's some area that you find the diversity, and the other side just like there's not enough diversity. So for me, I say in Portland it's really growing so fast. That's why I start to reach out those kind of like a diversity, even myself and stuff like that. So to understand either the experience that, you know, it's the same experience that I feel, or they have more that story that it's interesting, that just like people that in Poland they want to hear, and they can understand that, you know, it's some changing in a positive way in you know, in the hustle, all that kind of stuff. For me, it was interesting, and for me, it's just like a really see Poland grow in a diversity in a positive side. I really kind of like enjoy it.
Yeah, totally. And I'm a big fan of your podcast, and I hope you definitely keep it going because there's so many talented people in Portland that, you know, definitely deserve a spotlight. So aside from the podcast, I know you shoot music videos, you shoot commercials for local businesses. What's the favorite project you've done so far?
So far, I did a local pizza place. That was cool, and I really work with a lot of videographer too. Like one of the guys Fully, another guy is Ajid. All those guys, like, they really try to push their work out there, And actually have exciting working with the Dre. So I think that could be my best project because we've been like talking back and forth to create like scenes, all that kind of stuff. I'm really excited about that. But all my work, really, everybody that I've been working with, it was really good. It was a good experience. I always like to collaborate with people.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Now, I know you're really into fashion, too. You got your own clothing collection, DougliCollection.com. Now, with the winter coming, I feel like fashion's becoming even more important, with the jackets, scarves, boots. Every item matters. So, do you have any fashion tips for the upcoming winter?
Yeah, man. I feel like a winter is sometimes can be depressed time. I see people just throw everything that, just to stay warm. But if you have your nice teams or LL Bean, you know what I mean, and keep just like a long jean inside and keep your little nice jeans on you. You don't have to put like a big, just put like a good jeans and just find like a good sweater or leather jacket or something like that. You know what I mean, and have like a cool color of like a bean. You always look fly, man. You know what I mean. You don't have to throw a blankets, jump on the street because you try to stay warm. Just if somebody see you in the winter, even though it's kind of like a rough and stuff, if you have something very nice, kind of like an inspired person, you just bring some warmth inside because you look fresh. Sometimes just when you look rough and the weather is rough, it just makes things worse. You know what I'm saying. And by the way, I have like a nice warm jacket coming up. Like, I'm gonna do some shoots with my friends. So yeah, check it out, man. I'm gonna have some good cozy, really colorful jacket coming up.
So that jacket is going to be available on DougliCollection.com?
Yeah. Yes, it'll be there, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, last thing I got to ask, do you think it's a person who makes an outfit, or does an outfit make a person?
Wow, that's a good question, man. I think it's both, I think a person can create the outfit, and the outfit can speak himself, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like it's both sides. It works both,
No, I see what you're saying because, sometimes I see cool outfits that artists are wearing in music videos and I go out and buy that same thing myself and then I look in the mirror and I'm like, nah, I don't look good at this whatsoever. So I definitely see what you're saying, how it goes both ways. Well, all right, man, thanks for stopping by Recognize Maine. Again, for the viewers tuned in right now, check out the Rafiki Talk podcast on YouTube. And now we got that brand new verse from Gatsby Gambino. It's actually off Young Escobar's new song called How We Do. Let's get into that verse.
I said, you know what it is, man. It's Gatsby Gambino, man. I'll be home real soon, man. I tell him like this. I said, say you want smoke, but that nigga acting. At the stop, he like, let me blast him. Prince Fawn told his mama go and pick a casket. They told him big engine in his fucking Aston. 36 O's make him do gymnastics. Got my rich foes without paying taxes. Every corner on my block got a fucking traplet. Every corner on your block feel like a disaster. Just that stick shit, keep you distance. When a nigga getting big chest, I feel, oh my god. I said, hold on. I said, when a nigga getting big chest, it make a difference. You can never catch me slipping. I be with misfits. I like fucking Asian bitches, like Glenda Tipton. Stop this name is Molly, she made sure I'm feeling good. Get it popping like an ollie, man, I wish a nigga would. 3 divas in the back, V12 in the hood. I ain't trying to get attached, but the bitch is pussy good. Hey, I be off the dudes, say. Out here on the block with my niggas just like, ooh, tank. They said Gatsby ain't kicking nigga hoes. Say, turn your block in the doomsday.
Hey, Gatsby Gambino, straight off the jail phone at Cumberland County Jail. We miss you, man. And again, go check out that full track by Young Escobar on SoundCloud. It's called How We Do. And now we welcome LocalKing to the show. Again, a young rap artist from Portland. So I was on your SoundCloud page and I saw that the first track you posted earlier this year was from January. And that's when you began rapping. So how would you say you've improved since that time?
So like when I first started, I was just like trying different things. I started out like kind of different from everybody else. And now just like I'm kind of like, right now, I'm like finding like what I'm better at and like just finding like my good part, almost like ultimate form if you get it,
Okay, so you're not quite in your prime yet, but you're headed in that direction. And I definitely agree with that right there. So your most popular song called Set, it has 2,000 plays on SoundCloud. So why do you think people gravitate to that one?
Well, like a lot of people like really like that song because it was kind of like a little bit different, and like someone on Instagram like made an edit to that song, and it kind of like blew up a little bit. Like got like over 20,000 views, and I got like a lot of new listeners from there, and you know people liked it. So like yeah, it started like getting a little bit of views, popping a little bit.
So when you say Instagram edit, you mean like someone made a dance video to it?
Yeah, it was like a little dance video on Instagram.
Yeah, that's a good look for sure, because I know some artists dance to their own songs and make videos for it, like Ayo and Teo, but I feel like it's an even better look when, you know, fans or other people make dance videos. So that's awesome, man. And you got another song, and you got a lyric where you talk about Wazo Daveed. I think you say, you know, when I grow up, want to be like Wazo Boy, do it for the youth. So why do you see Wazo Daveed as a role model?
I see him as a role model because like the first time I met him and actually like recorded with him in the studio, it like showed me a lot about him and like his work ethic, you know. Everything he does is just like so cool to me. I just want to be like a little bit like him, you know. He's cool, you know.
So you said you were in the studio with him. Did you do any tracks together?
Nah, I didn't really do any tracks with him. I was with my friend, and like I only did like one track, and it was kind of a rush track, but yeah, soon enough we'll like probably make a track together if he's down with it.
Oh yeah, for sure. So listening to your music, I can tell that you listen to a lot of Playboy Cardi, a lot of Hood Rich Pablo Juan, just based on the way that you flow. So what rapper in hip-hop do you think has the best, most creative flows?
Best, most creative flows, probably like Playboy Cardi. He's like my biggest influence, and you know, actually like Travis Scott too. You know, the way he just like started rapping and everything, like his story just like it was so cool to me, and like yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, Travis Scott, he's definitely talented with the auto-tune. You know, I think he's mastered that part for sure. So you're in high school, right, at Deering or Portland High?
Yeah, I just got into like freshman Deering. Yeah, started 9th grade.
Freshman? Wow, I honestly thought you were older than that. You definitely got some major potential, man. So how do students treat you differently at school now that you're becoming a popular rapper in the city?
Yeah, people like see me as like this little kid. You know, I started out young, so like it's pretty cool. Like a lot of people like starting knowing me. I got to know a lot of more people from doing this. Got a lot more connections, stuff, and yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can imagine. All right, man. Well, thanks for stopping by Recognize Maine. Before we let you go, though, we got your brand new track called Get It Down. Let's get into that.
5, 6, 7, 8 bitches on my date now. Told that bitch I'm ballin' out, we can get it bustin' out. Been that, been this, fucking niggas talking about. Nigga they don't heard about. My name be coming out their mouth. Local king, screaming that shit hella loud. Fuck sleep, fuck school, I don't really fuck with that. My main goal is tryna get my pockets looking hella fat. My main goal is tryna get this cheese like a fucking rat.
Hey, check out that full track on SoundCloud again called Get It Down by LocalKing. And shout out to the viewers for tuning in this episode of Recognize Maine. Leave a comment. Let me know who I should interview on the next episode. And until next time, guys, peace.